Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshua, Hashem, Rakakodah, Shalom to the 144,000 rest of the elect out there, Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, Yes, Jesus, I hate saying that name, we know his true name is Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, the Messiah, but the title is, Jesus was King Solomon in a previous life. Yes, Jesus was King Solomon in a previous life. So was this over the weekend? I guess you can say you had a sneak attack from the Christians led by the infamous Vocab Malone, and they went to various camps. They were in New York. They was in downtown Manhattan. So you had this group. I don't know if they're still affiliated with HOI, or they kind of broke off, or I'm sorry, AOC. This brother right here, I remember when he was born, I remember he got anointed at the school. I remember his father. All right, and he's got to be in his 40s, I would think. And his father wasn't really on the highways and the byways. He was just a brother at the school, but he was cool with everybody. Everybody loved him. Benjamin, very, very cool brother. Cool with everybody, you know. And his father was in the truth in the school before, a couple of years before I was, and then 6 months in, he started calling me high priest. I said, "Why you call me high priest?" I said, "You came into this thing," but he said, "No, but you the high priest. You the high priest. I don't care if I came into this thing before you. You over me." He said that. His father said that. Beautiful, beautiful brother. His father. And I shook his hand, hugged him, said maybe once or twice. But I remember his father. His father was a locksmith. Matter of fact, he moved down to DC. I don't know if he's still down there. I don't know if he's in the spiritual realm. I don't know what the deal is. But yeah, he was born in the truth like our High Priest Ariah. So anyway, I gave you the title, and this is to response to answer Vocab Malone. So the video was just put up, GMS South Carolina '08, Vocab Malone and his Christian devils heckle Hebrew Israelites, because that's all they do. They don't sit down and anyway. If they said, "No, we did ask you about the Gentiles, we did ask you," you only have two arguments: whether the Lord is equal to the Father and the Holy Spirit, and the Lord only came for the Gentile. Not the Lord didn't just come for Israel; it came for Gentiles. No more. Those are only two arguments, maybe one more. But anyway, Vocab rolls up. And he says, "You guys teach that Jesus Christ was Solomon in the previous. Don't you guys teach it?" I ain't trying to hide it. So this is what I caught. I watched it from the beginning. This is 5 minutes in. So let me just go ahead and play it, and I'll say a few words, pull out a few precepts. But you can't see it because you're not. First of all, you're not an Israelite. And even if you were an Israelite, you would not be of the elect if you can't get it. So anyway, let it play.
So can I quote a verse real quick?
That makes no sense, man. That makes no sense. Can I entertain you now, man?
So the real truth of what they think about Jesus is...
The real truth of what they think about Jesus is... Let me do this. See if this will come up, the captions. So the real truth of what they think about Jesus is...
These men believe that Jesus is Adam and Solomon reincarnated.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's not no hidden knowledge. That's not no esoteric knowledge, information. All right? Give me a second here. Give me a second here. Just looking for something. Okay. So let's listen on. So no, we don't deny it. Don't deny it.
They believe that Jesus had to pay for his own sins.
What that has to
Hold on, I got to bring that back. I didn't hear that. Too much noise in the background.
These men believe that Jesus is Adam and Solomon reincarnated.
And also Isaac. So if you're watching this vocab, you can add Isaac to the mix. And Melchizedek. Yahushua, Jesus, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, was Melchizedek in a previous life.
They believe that Jesus had to pay for his own sins
what that has to do
before he paid.
Jesus had what that has to do
back to
for
salvation.
coming
Is
back.
Jesus Adam reincarnated?
I would address it. I would say, yeah, okay. What problem do you got with it? Reincarnation is a biblical concept. If I said it right, put them words together right. Reincarnation is biblical. Reincarnation is spoken of in the scriptures. You come across the word regeneration. Another way of saying it is reincarnation.
drug dealer and tell him stop selling
Because
drugs.
you're a poison dealer.
How
So we're
about
here.
you go and tell the drug dealer?
Wait a minute. So here you got all kind of deaths. You got the Jays, the military, the IDF. They're starving out Gaza, people of Gaza, the Palestinians. They're starving them out. They're refusing food to come up in there. They want them to just die, and they're doing other things that I'm not even going to speak on, which is more diabolical than what I just said. But vocab has no problem with that. Vocab is not trying to go to the White House to tell the government that you got to keep the Sabbath, which is a Sunday, which is not a Sunday, but they say it's a Sunday. He has nothing critical to say about Trump. Trump can't do no wrong. You know? You got what do you call it? What the hell do you call it? When they kidnap girls and boys and they sell them overseas, and this happens in America. What do you call that? The sex trade industry or whatever the hell you call it. He has no problem with that. Greenwich Village is like if you drove down there, you get down there in about 20 minutes. That's known for, Moism. Where's vocab at? Where's the Christians at? I mean, being an Israelite has to be, according to them, being an Hebrew Israelite has to be the worst thing on the planet Earth. It's worse than being a child molester. It's worse than being a rapist. It's worse than being starving people out. It's worse than chopping people's head, chopping them up. And these IDF forces report that they grape these boys and girls, so they don't regard the law, and then they kill them, and then they do something else which I can't even speak on because YouTube will take this video down. If I mention this, you would take YouTube down.
You're a poison dealer. So we're
How about
here.
you go tell the murderer to stop killing
Because you
people?
murdered his
How
Christian.
about
Answer
you
the
turn
question.
around and go tell the
Can't
police
even speak,
department
man.
to stop killing?
We're here.
How about you go and tell the drug dealer to
Because you're a
stop selling
poison
drugs?
dealer. So we're
How about
here.
you go?
Is Jesus
How
Adam
about
reincarnated?
I'm sorry, I gotta hear. There's so much noise in the background.
They believe that Jesus had to pay for his own sins
What that has to do
before
with
he
our
paid
people
for
coming back to
sin.
salvation?
Is Jesus
How
Adam
about go
reincarnated?
to the drug dealer and tell him stop keep selling
Because
drugs?
you're a poison dealer.
How
So we're
about
here.
you go and tell the drug
Because we're poison. We're poison for giving people the truth. What about the the Hare Krishna people? What about the people that are in the Buddhism? What about Islam? What about the Moors? They ain't telling the Moors. The conscious black. His focus is on the Hebrew, the One West variety, the Hebrew Israelites, because they have the truth. He's not messing. He's not concerned about the GOCC. He's not concerned about the IOG, the Israel of God out of Chicago. He doesn't care about Ron Dalton. They're not a spiritual threat. The One West Hebrew Israelites, former One West Hebrew Israelites, they have the truth. I can't prove it, but I believe he's set up to. And I'm gonna say this: there's certain brothers in Israel that are known that are sellouts. You gotta watch these different Israelites when they put them hand signs, them illuministic hand signs up. Y'all don't watch that because your eyes are not open.
You're a poison dealer, so we're
How much
here.
you gonna tell a murderer to stop killing
Because you
people?
murdered the
How
scripture.
about
Answer
you
the
go
question.
and go and tell the
You can't even
police
speak,
department
man.
to
You're
stop
done.
killing people?
You're done.
Unjustly.
You
Go
can't
home.
know the truth, that's why.
What is the truth according
Now,
to the
do you
Bible?
believe Jesus
What is
is
the truth
Adam
according to the Bible?
reincarnated?
You said that already. Okay, and I'm saying yes, we do. I don't know if they teach it. Maybe they try to hide from it. I don't know. Yes, the Messiah was here many times. He was here as Adam. He was, matter of fact, if you go to Luke chapter 3, I think the last verse or so, it says, in Adam, who was the Son of God. That's Yahushai.
Answer the question.
This is my son in whom I am well pleased.
Nothing to do with salvation.
Yes or no?
That don't have nothing to do
Yes
with
or no, it does,
salvation.
because
That don't have
he
nothing to do
can't
with
pay for sin
salvation.
if he's a sin.
Have nothing to do with
it does.
salvation.
That don't have nothing to do
Yes, it does.
with what we're talking about.
Is
Address
Jesus
it.
Trying to
Adam
bring our people
reincarnated?
back to the Lord Jesus
Better
Christ.
than
Notice they cannot answer because I know their beliefs.
Exactly.
I'm answering it for you. And I think you asked me about that too, and I answered it too. If you asked me that, I'm not trying to run from that. The reincarnation is spoken about in the scriptures.
That don't have nothing to do
Why
with
can't you answer yes?
Why don't I have
Yes to what? Jesus being born. Yeah, I'm answering it, man. So you can take this and say, well, Tahar answered it. He said yes. Of course I said yes. Am I going to break it down to you? Hell to the goddamn no. Unless you got some money for me.
to answer yes?
Because you're scared to answer. Ask me my beliefs.
Ask
I'm
him.
not afraid.
Ask
I'm not
You
worried about
think
your belief
Jesus
because
is
you know
Adam
why?
reincarnated. Imagine.
They should have answered unless they're not sure of it. Maybe they don't believe it. I don't know. I would say, yeah, of course. Of course. But break it down. I already broke it down. You watch all our videos. You should know. Check your library.
Thinking Jesus
Now,
is
check
literally
this out.
Adam reincarnated.
That-
Forget about the fact that
that came out
reincarnation
of my
is not in
mouth?
the Bible.
That ain't go-
But yeah, it's not in the Bible to you because you can't see it because your eyes are not open. Look, Balaam's eyes were open. Whose eyes were open? Balaam, whose eyes were open. Numbers 24. You can't see it because your eyes are not open. You can't see that the city, that great city, Babylon the Great, is America. You can't see that missiles are going to hit this place. And when you read it in the scriptures, it's written in cold. It's written as the Most High sword. It's written as a bow of steel. It's written as arrows. It's written as fire coming down from heaven. It's written as the mushroom cloud, which Isaiah and John says he behold the heavens roll together as a scroll. Each of them saw the mushroom cloud in their vision. They saw America being destroyed. Isaiah saw America being destroyed. When he saw that mushroom cloud, that right underneath that mushroom cloud was America. When John saw it in Revelation 6, it was talking about America. Revelation 18, the Lord showed John America, its commerce, how people doing. He saw close-ups of people eating, people getting married, people do, all kind of things going on. And one of the things that he saw was them getting microchipped. And he didn't understand what it meant. He actually saw someone sitting down and a doctor with a white jacket or a tattoo artist putting a microchip in him, in that person. And so he wrote it down. He didn't know what it meant. John on the Isle of Patmos did not say that's the mark of the beast. That's the MOTB. That's the RFID, radio frequency identification. In Europe, that's the NFC, the near field communication. Everybody's going to get it. No, he didn't know what was going on. I'm talking about John. The Apostle John didn't know who those multitude of people were in Revelation 7 and 9. The angel said, who are they? He said, I don't know who they are. You tell me. He said, those are Israelites. Coming out of the time of Jacob's trouble.
Come on, mama.
Jesus?
So I'm letting his own
All
words
you gotta do is
condemn.
say no then.
Scared.
I'm letting your own words condemn.
I don't know why they don't answer it. I would have said yes, he is, and I'm not going to give it to you unless you got 50,000 on you. I'll give it to you because I did videos on it. You know, we got the reason why you're bringing it up is because you saw the videos. So all you got to do is say, wait a minute, they're not going to answer. Here's the video. Let's check out the video.
Scared.
That means Jesus had to pay for his own sin before he paid for the sins of others.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
That's the problem. So it does have something to do with salvation.
It does.
If Jesus has to pay for his own
Look,
sin,
he
how
quit.
can he be the Savior?
Exactly. Amen. Hey, we done now. We
Just
pack
answer
them up.
yes or no.
Pack them up.
I'm not going to appease you.
He's afraid to say no.
Scared.
All praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to.
Okay, I'm gonna let this go a little bit, and then I think I'm gonna. Yeah, she bug. That's a bugged out. Hey, she's a wacky chick. She look good, but she wacky. She's a whack job.
To the apostles and elders of GMS, Shalom to the hopefully elect. All right, in this video, I'm probably gonna call it Vocab Malone and his Christian devils, or the devil Vocab Malone and his Christian devils. They just bring confusion. Okay, now all they do is bring confusion. I put a nice.
And it's a good thing because you know why? Because if there's a group that's insignificant, they're not gonna come in numbers like this. They come in directly confronting us because I don't know about them. Most Negroes that are in, I'd say all Negroes in Christianity are stupid, slow, low IQ having people. You know, not very educated. Like I said, this guy's a ringleader. This is the head vampire right there. This guy right there with the glasses on. That's why he's wearing. There's a song called I Wear My Sunglasses at Night. Why in the fuck are you wearing your sunglasses at night? What are you trying to hide? What is Matthew 6? What is that? 6:24? Above that, it says. So he's got these glasses on. He's got these dark glasses at night. I wear my sunglasses at night. Let me see. Let me do this. Y'all remember that song? Mr. That's that vocab, another nickname, Mr. I Wear My Sunglasses at Night. Good song. Edomite did it. Anyway, let's go to Matthew 6:24, if I'm not mistaken. Matthew 6:24. Or do I got it backwards? Okay, I want to jump up a couple of verses. Okay, it says, should I go up more? Okay, let's go to the 22nd verse. And we'll probably read it in NLT and AMP. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. The light of the body is the eye, or eyes. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body is full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? How great is that darkness? Any Israelite that sold out like Tazadakia, he had an evil eye. And we didn't know the depth of his darkness. That's why the Most High took him out. So let's go to the NLT. It's a good thing that they attack us because that proves that we have the truth. He ain't messing with the Muslims. He ain't messing with he ain't down there in Greenwich Village messing with them. He ain't messing with the Hare Krishna if they still around. He ain't messing with the conscious community. He ain't messing with them. He's only messing with the former One West Israelites. Okay, what the hell happened? Oh, I said I was gonna. That's what happened. That's what happened. 22. NLT. Your eye is a lamp that provides light to your body. When your eye is good, your whole body is filled with light. 23rd verse, Matthew 24. But when your eye is bad, your whole body is filled with darkness. And if the light you think you have is actual darkness, how deep that darkness is. Then it goes into money. A lot of these guys sold out. You got sellouts among us even today. Let's go to AMP. Come on down to the 22nd verse. The eye is the lamp of the body. So if your eye is clear, spiritually perceptive, your whole body will be full of light, benefiting from the Most High's precepts. Precepts. But if your eye be bad, spiritually blind, your whole body will be full of darkness, devoid of the Most High's precepts. So if the very light inside you, your inner self, your heart, your conscience is darkness, how great and terrible is that darkness? That's why you got to wear them sunglasses. Why you got to wear sunglasses at fucking night? Huh? Listen to the song. I wear my sunglasses at night. Okay, let's come on back to this.
Portion of video in the opening,
That's why I'm not going to give a good goddamn about the Christian Israelite that get killed, that die in many different ways. I'm going to laugh at them when they get lined up to get that chip too. Because they're going to take the chip because their pastor's going to tell them to take the chip because their pastor's got an envelope.
I came across this video right here and actually got some more footage from the real video. So all these videos I've been doing the last few days come from the same portion that I didn't know about, all right? So the video is Alpha Omega Clan is live, right? And I guess it was from 2 days ago or the weekend. Vocab Malone and his Christian devils came up and confronted the brothers of the Alpha and Omega Clan, which you got Hashar. I don't know what his title is. Hashar. I don't know if it's general or elder or bishop, whatever it is. It used to be General Hashar, but I don't know what it is now.
Yeah, it used to be Hurricane Hashar.
Anyway, that's his camp. And this is him right here. Matter of fact, I didn't put the video of him in this. Let me find it. Yeah, this is a Ashar right here. He actually got mad. I'll play it for you. He got mad at one of the Christians and basically started getting carnal. Listen to it.
I can tell you what the word means.
Tell me.
The word religion means to have belief or faith in a God or gods. So look it up on Google right now.
We can't, but if you come from the old Latin, it means to hold back, restrain, and divide.
That's an etymological fallacy, brother. It is.
That's not even etymology.
No, it is. You want to know why?
Look at brother.
See, he's not trying to talk.
Brother, nah, because you got a smart fucking mouth.
Oh.
And you're gonna find out that I'm not that kind of Hebrew.
I'm not that kind of.
I'm a different fucking
You think
Hebrew.
I'm scared?
I don't want my enemies scared.
I know you not.
I don't
I know
want
you
my
not.
fucking enemies scared.
I know you know
I
I'm
want
not
the
scared.
motherfuckers.
I ain't scared of you.
I want them on their day.
In the name of
I'm the wrong
Jesus, I
fucking
rebuke
Hebrew,
you.
bro.
In the name of Jesus, I rebuke you.
Masoretic text.
Right, and what you got to do is,
Like I said, I'm gonna have a jolly old, grand old time watching you Christians get deleted. Fuck you, motherfucking Christians, and your head vampire who wears glasses at night.
that's why I've said it over and over, and I'm gonna say it again.
See, with these other groups, they held their ground. They didn't know that they were going. They didn't tell them, "Oh, we coming down." If they would have said, if vocab was, "I'm coming out," so I wouldn't be there. I don't want to deal with you. I'll call the cops on you. I got nothing to say to you. There's nothing you can tell me to make me become a fake ass Christian, right? We got this stupid cop standing there. At this place, it's gonna be easy for this place to be taken down. It's gonna all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai Shem Rakakwadash. He got these people fucked up in the head. The Lord got you. That's a title right there. The Lord got you fucked up. Because when that chip comes, I already see people are gonna be having fights to be first online to get that chip. Jake, gangbangers got to eat too. Hoes got to eat. Hoes are going to get it. Prostitutes, gangbangers, drug dealers, pastors, ministers, deacons, bishops, strippers. They ain't going to be giving they ain't going to be sticking no dollars in your panties. You're gonna have to do some chip. You're gonna have to have that chip device, and they're gonna have to put their hand there and rub you in the thigh, and then they put their hand there, and then it goes into your account. At the end of the night, you counting dollars. You counting singles. You got 2,000 singles. Well, you're gonna be counting 2,000 digital currency with your chip. You want to eat later that night? You're gonna have to use your chip. You look, when they shut everything down, if you ain't got the chip, you're gonna be shut down. You can't get on the plane. You can't drive a car because you got to pay for the registration. You got to pay for your license, pay for insurance. How you gonna pay for it unless you got the chip? You can't go to any supermarket. You can't go to BJ's. You can't go to Targets. You bodegas down the block. You always got it in the hood. You always got the bodega down the street or up the block. They're gonna teach them Dominicans how to use that fucking scanning thing. When you go to Texas Fried Chicken, which is in New York, Mama's Fried Chicken, Kennedy Fried Chicken, which Arabs are in there, they're gonna have in order for you to get your 4-piece with fries on the side or whatever and coleslaw, you're going to need that chip. So, the scripture about speaks about us being on the route on the watchtower, and the watchtower is to watch spiritually. Watch what's coming down the road. The wolf coming down the road. You got to warn the people. The enemy's coming. The enemy, the biggest enemy that's getting ready to come is a microchip. Is a microchip, the MOTB, the mark of the beast, which is the microchip, which is going to be implanted in you. We've been saying that for the record. We've been saying that for the record. That matter of fact, let me do this. I'm kind of changing subjects, But yes, we do. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this right here. What? I'm sorry. What? Hebrew Israelite what? Let me do it this way. It's supposed to be a cap. What Hebrew Israelite camp goes into the subject of the mark of the beast, Revelation 13:16, the most. I got a mic in my way, so I can hardly see these letters to type. Okay, a big question mark. What Hebrew Israelite camp goes into the subject of the mark of the beast? Let me do it this way. Microchip. What Hebrew Israelite camp goes into the subject of the mark of the beast, microchip, Revelation 13:16, the most? Let's see, drum roll, please. Okay, I'm waiting. Here's what I found on Hebrew Israelite camps that engage most heavily with the mark of the beast, microchip warning in Revelation 13:16. Hebrew, wait a minute. We having fun now. If you're wondering what I meant by we're having fun now, that's what Leland Gant said from the movie Needful Things. Classic movie. Classic. If you hadn't seen the movie Needful Things, you got to go see that movie. Gots to. So come on, let's go. Chat. Hebrew Israelite Research Center. Oh wow, I didn't know this. The Hebrew Israelite Research Center, what is this all about? Appears to be a prominent platform among Hebrew Israelite teachings that extensively discuss the mark of the beast and related prophecies. Herc has a dedicated page discussing the RFID as a prophetic mark of the beast, linking Revelation 13 to modern implantable technology, describing how microchips could fulfill its prophecy. The mark of the beast category features numerous articles describing how. I got to look at this page just to see I never heard of this, man. Never heard of Herc. How involving technologies, RFID, social credit systems, vaccine mandates, etc., are manifestations of the beast system. One article explicitly ties social credit scores, autonomous restaurants, microchip RFID chips to Edom's mark of the beast system, again citing Revelation 13 and 16. Okay, this is the Hebrew Israelite Research Center. Well, so I'm going to go into that. I should click on that, but conclusion, Herc is a leading voice in Hebrew Israelite circles regarding the mark of the beast, emphasizing microchip technology and economic control system as fulfilling prophecy. Other Hebrew Israelite camps, ISUPK, GMS, IEC, GJC, these camps are part of the One West tradition within the broader Hebrew Israelite movement, while they are known for the apocalyptic and racial teachings. There's no clear evidence that they delve deeply into. Come on now, y'all know that. Y'all are lying, man. We that number one group. I'm gonna ask the question a different way. I'm gonna pose it a different way. Revelation. Let's see what it says. Revelation 36 microchips in the mark of the beast in the way of Herc does. Israelite School of Universal. No specific content found. That's all I need. Great Millstone GMS focuses on apocalypse, racial identity, UFO imagery, and violent end time beliefs. No clear teaching found about microchips in Revelation 13. Are you crazy? Shares theological roots. Let me see something. No evidence. Great Millstone GMS, no evidence. Hebrew Research Center, Herc, very high intensive teaching and articles. Never heard of this group. Let me repose that question. Let me repose that. Bear with me for a minute, y'all. Sometimes you gotta ask chat a different way, different style. Does the GMS Israelites okay, so let's teach about the let me do this. So I framed it another way. Does the GMS Israelites teach about the subject of the mark of the beast, microchip? Revelation. Give me a second. Okay, yes, the GMS Great Millstone Israelite group does teach, but if you go back, they said no. Oh, there's no information. So you gotta answer. You gotta ask the chat questions in a different manner. They say yes. GMS Great Millstone Israelite Group does teach that the mark of the beast mentioned in Revelation 13, 16, and 18 refers specifically to a physical microchip implant, often associated with RFID, radio frequency identification. The ID represents identification, right? Technology. Here's a summary of their position. Revelation 13, 16, and 18 talks about a mark in the right hand or forehead, which they interpret literally, right? Because the word mark, the Greek word is charagma. Charagma is a physical thing. GMS teaches that this is not symbolic or spiritual, like sin, right? Like sin in all of its form, whether it be religious or political. What is Bishop Nate going to say when it's time to get that chip? What is he going to say then? Christianity or ideology, but a literal implantable microchip. They often link it to technology used in financial transactions. Right, you cannot buy or sell, believing that the chip will be used to control buying and selling. According to their doctrine, accepting the chip is equivalent to pledging allegiance to the beast. Esau, Edom, often interpreted as modern Western powers, and doing so leads to damnation. And he calls us all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark on their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. You other camps, you other major camps out there, you're going to look stupid on that day. You're going to look stupid on that day. And I pray that there's elect members in your camp, because if they are the elect, they're going to get up and leave. GMS uses this verse to teach that the microchip will be used to control commerce and identify people as part of a global system, Revelation 3 verse 10, we always bring that out, aligned with Satan's agenda or the enemy. Let me know if you want to compare to what the other Israelite camps, Christian groups believe about the same topic. Yes. I want to know more about this subject. Absolutely. Let's break it down so you can fully understand the different interpretation of Revelation 13, GMS, Great Millstone, and similar Hebrew Israelite camps, other Israelite camp groups, mainstream Christian interpretations, alternative views, symbolic, historical, technological, etc. He causes all both small and great, rich and poor, blah, 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 blah. GMS, Great Millstone interpretation, the mark of the beast. We already know what it means. We just read that. Other Hebrew Israelite camps. IUIC, Israel United in Christ, teaches that the mark is spiritual, not a microchip. So we got that on record. You can take a screenshot of this if you want. Say it represents sin, ideology, and obedience to Babylon, modern day system like Christianity, politics, and false doctrine. Focus on actions and allegiance, not physical device. And that's true. The chat is correct on that. IUCBK, Israelite School, which is opposed to Israeli School. The original IUIC was Israeli School of Universal Practical Knowledge, not Israelite School. But they went by the traditions of the old school, which is nothing wrong with that. We're from the original. Yeah, you can say that. Generally, spiritualize the mark, more focus on obedience of God's laws as a sign of righteousness versus following the beast, Esau system. Summary: other camps often disagree with GMS and reject the microchip theory. They're going to wake up one day. They're going to wake up and smell the coffee one day, focusing instead on spiritual interpretations. Now, let's have a debate on it. We don't do debates. Now what you going to do? You scared, right? You scared. No, we're not scared. We just don't need you. Let me look at other views. Historical view. Preterist. Partial preterist. See Revelation. Says Revelation was mostly fulfilled in the first. A preterist is similar to a what do you call it? Eschatologist. Oh, that already happened. Everything that John saw in the book of, when he was on the Isle of Patmos, it already happened. That's why I don't even talk to them people. The mark of the beast may refer to alliance to the Roman Empire or Roman emperor worship. 666 is tied to Nero Caesar via Hebrew numerology, Gematria. I did this before, but let me do this again. Okay, now let's see what comes up. I'm sorry, I don't want this. I typed in the wrong thing. Let me come over here. Okay, Nero Caesar. Let's see what comes up. I don't know if I think I did it before. I believe it came up 611. Let's just go ahead and do this. How do we turn this thing off? Okay, so it didn't come. Wait a minute. Type in a word or number. Oh God, 666. Let me try it this way. Nero Caesar 666. The number 666 often referred to as the number of the beast, and in the book of Revelation is linked to the Roman Emperor Nero by some interpretations. This connection is based on gematria, a Jewish system of assigning numerical value to letters. The name Nero Caesar, written in Arabic, when the Hebrew or Arabic letters in Nero Caesar are converted to their corresponding numerical values and added the sum equals 666. But they don't explain it. When you add the numerical value of the letters in Nero Caesar and 50 are, it's 200. Supposed to add up to 666. But I mean, I don't rely on that. So, but we know it's not talking about Nero Caesar. So anyway, let's come on back. Let's listen to a little bit more of this.
If you can't deal with them Christians, it's better not even to deal with them, because you eventually, what have I been saying, brothers and sisters out there? If Christians gonna keep coming up doing little irritating shit, and they hoping that you snap, they really hope that you punch one of them in the mouth, and it's better to not even deal with them at all. Anyway, the video, I'll try to leave the link to the video. I don't know if that, what you just saw from Hashar, I don't know if that's in this video, but all the other stuff you saw, you know, from that whole day, really, it was just the last few videos that I came across. I did little side lessons on them now. This is that devil Vocab Malone. He came up to these brothers, and I'm sure he got his own version. But the whole camp was 2 hours and 39 minutes, 29 seconds. And probably you can go about the hour and 15-minute markers when these annoying-ass Christians came up. So I'll try to remember to leave the link in the description as well as on the comment board. Now, the first video I did this week, I did... this video.
Yo, she's the type of chick, if you deal with her, she's hard to control. So your hand might get loose on her. You know, then you wind up, you can't deal with a woman like that. She tries to dominate a man. She has too much masculine energy. She thinks she can beat a man. And then when if they get their asses whipped, the cops come and I don't know why they did this to me. You go right back into being feminine. That's why when the kingdom comes and we get you women, we put you in harems, you're going to be feminine, because we're going to make you feminine. We're going to have people teach you how to be feminine. Because especially you black ass women, you chaos, what I call them, chaos, the fuck did I call them? Chaos goblins or chaos gremlins. Most of you black women are chaos gremlins or chaos goblins. See, the Edomite woman, we're not going to have a hard time with her. She'll be trained. And the other nation will train them. But you Jakes, we're going to have to lay the rod down on you and submit. You're going to have to be submitted. Esau's going to have to be submitted. They're going to have to submit. And guess what? Trump is going to submit. They're all going to submit. It says that the cruel Lord, he's going to basically pee on himself and shit on himself. But I'm gonna say it. Let me go to the precept. Jeremiah. Let me go to Jeremiah. I'm long, but Jeremiah. And I just did a video before this one that I didn't even put up. All right, Jeremiah 50. Women will be put back in their feminine order. They're going to be like, watch the movie, get an idea. What do you mean, sir? What do you mean, Apostle Tahar? Watch the movie Coming to America where he gets the bride. She going to be saying whatever you like. You tell her to bark like a dog, she going to bark like a dog. She's going to do whatever you like. She's trained to please you. That's the job of a woman. She's there to please you. Not to go, I got to get me a career. Them chicks that got a career, they ain't got no children, they ain't got no fucking man, and they fucking miserable. Because you didn't listen to the Most High. Most of you going to be taken out, all of you in America is going to be taken out any fucking way. Wipe off the face of the fucking planet Earth. And the missiles can't come quick enough. Okay, so where I'm looking at, let me go to the king. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, I found it. I found it. The king of Babylon have heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pains of as of a woman in travail. So we believe that's the cruel Lord currently in power. Let me go ahead and read this in the NLT and in the AMP. That's the cruel Lord in Isaiah chapter 19. The king of Babylon has heard reports from the enemy, and he is weak with fright. Pains of anguish have gripped him like those of a woman in labor. Let me go to AMP. Okay. This is in the AMP. The king of Babylon, the cruel Lord, have heard the report about them, and his hands fall limp and helpless. Anguish has seized him, an agony like that of a woman in childbirth, labor pains. And we believe we don't believe there's going to be another president. Matter of fact, he's been saying this. Oh, I'm gonna be president again. I'm gonna run for a third, be president for the third time. And what he's doing is clearly he's playing the law. That it's not it's technically that's not a police state, even though it is a police state. It's not a police state because it's an emergency. So he got to go back. I believe he got to go back to Congress and explain it. A police state is when you have police control everything, and you like that until you die. Let me do this. Go back to King James and go back to go to Isaiah 19. So the cruel Lord is here. Let's put in the word Lord. And the Egyptians, Babylon, will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. That's this guy. And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith Yahweh. Actually, the word there is other one. Yahweh of hosts. Then we go to that in that's the 4th verse. Let me go into that in NLT. I will hand Egyptian over to a hard, cruel master. A fierce king will rule them, says the Lord Yahweh of heaven's armies. Let's try the AMP. Okay, 4th verse. And I will hand over the Egyptians to a hard and cruel master, and a mighty king will rule over them, declares the Lord Yahweh of hosts. So that's that cruel Lord. And it says, let me do this. Let me do 5. Let me put in the number 5, or the word 5. This is an AMP. We'll go back to the NLT. In that day, 5 cities were in that day in the land of Egypt, spiritual Edom, Sodom, and Egypt, will speak the language of the Hebrews of Canaan. So when did that? That's when IUIC says, oh, we don't speak the Hebrew. No Hebrew Israelites know the Hebrew. We're not speaking Hebrew. So what is this? What is the 18th verse talking about? What is Isaiah chapter 19 and chapter 19 verse 18 talking about? Is it talking about ancient Egypt? Because that already passed. You will agree that this Egypt is talking about America, right? It says that 5 cities or provinces in the land of Egypt, America, will speak the language of Hebrew, of the Hebrew of Canaan. And swear, call on a name. When you swear, you call on a name, alliance to what? Yahweh. So that means we're going to know the name in Babylon the Great, in Egypt, of hosts. One of them will be called the city of destruction. One will be called the city of destruction. That's what it should be. One will be called the city of destruction. The city of destruction is talking about ultimately Babylon being ultimately destroyed. Let me see. It says they're gonna speak the language of Hebrew of Canaan and swear allegiance to the Lord. So let's look up the word swear. And swearing allegiance. The word is shabai. To swear, adjure, to swear, take an oath, to swear of Jehovah by himself, which is Yahweh, to curse. That's not what it's talking about. You ain't going to curse the Lord. To cause to take an oath, to adjure. Adjure, meaning we're going to say we're going to dedicate ourselves to that's the prophets, the elect. Okay, so any of you that came into this thing that swore allegiance to the Lord and you turn your back, you're gonna get a chip and you're gonna be destroyed here right in America. So anyway, shalom on to the next shalom.